Darren Booth?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll
I
start
mean,
with
you
you.
go first, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Tip this over anywhere. Guess I'll just pull a chair up here. Is that okay?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
I
you-
could unpile my chair. Sorry.
That's all right. You had a bigger pile than I had. So.
Y'all turn.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff real quick here. Now, I'm from Kansas, and so I hope that ain't anything you're gonna say bad about me here.
If you research counties in Oklahoma, those are about the same.
Yeah, they're gonna do something like that.
Remember, Kansas flowed to Texas south.
You're all right. I've heard that before. But we, our focus was on Kansas County. So the company that we work with is I'm with Till Insurance. Let me start out with that. I'm with Till Insurance, and my name is Darren Booth. And we actually do our group health with a partner in Great Bend, Kansas. You want one? We partner with a company in Great Bend, Kansas, which is Freedom Claims Management. And the lady there has been involved in the group health side of things for like 38 years. Her name is Julia Rummer. Great lady. Got a staff of there, about 34 people there at Great Bend. And we actually work with them, and they actually will go out and shop your numbers, your group. But they would, the process, I'll share it with you shortly, but they got like over 20% of the county in the state of Kansas. Her focus was she just living in Great Bend, she just worked, and she did most of the stuff right there in Kansas and met with the counties there and cities and stuff like that. So this is a list of some counties and cities that we have. I don't know if you want to give one to all of you here, or I might as well just do that. So you guys can kind of look at it there. And there's a reference there for some individuals right there that you can actually call, and just don't take my word for it. These are some people you can reach out to. You got that from that probably. Okay. And then this here is just actually in all the cities and counties we do have, except there's one I'm on there that's not there is the one that's not there is Osborne County in the state of Kansas. But
Osborne?
Osborne, yes, sir. And Osborne's fairly new. They just started June 1 with us. The one on there that's been in there the longest is Rice County up in Kansas there. So if you ever want to reach out to one that's been there the longest with Freedom Claims. And the city, I think, is Neodesha, Kansas. It's a smaller city, but it's one you can probably if you want to talk to the city there. But so they haven't got anybody in Oklahoma, but I'm the first one to start down here and start working with them. I'm getting ready to quote Noble County. I'm working with them, so they haven't gave us the go-ahead yet, but we're working toward that. So I met with them here recently. So that was my first one down in Perry there. So you're down my second county, I'm going to meet with. So anyway, so what they'll do, and I'll hand you this out. I got 4 copies, guys, of this here. This here's the illustration I'll share with you here. It's colorful. I may have a picture here. What's your name?
Nancy?
Nancy? Tell you what, I do have it. There you go. So first, you guys, I'm thinking you guys are with Health Choice, is that right? Okay. And you've been with them for how long, roughly?
As long as I can remember.
Numerous years.
Numerous years?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was talking to Noble then, and that's who they're with as well then. Of course, a lot
Start back
of
in
you are.
shadows.
It was before that, because my dad worked here, they had choice.
So how is that, is it received pretty well with everybody? And everybody likes it? Okay. How many people are on your?
They're around 100.
Around 100. And your renewals when?
January, we do our option period in November.
Okay. Option period.
It's not option period, it's calendar year.
Okay.
It starts in January.
Is there anything with what you guys do today that you don't like about it? Is there anything that you just kind of a pain?
that spouse is just so expensive, and that's the only thing that I've really heard complaints about. I know the diabetic supplies aren't as good with Health Choice as they are with the OPH and W. That's about all right.
Sleep.
Don't tell me that I just had mine and I only had to pay my deductible.
Oh, really?
I just had mine Friday.
There was a young guy that was a young commissioner over there in Noble. He said the additional added a spouse is
Yeah.
pretty
The
expensive.
spouse is just outrageous. And we pay 50% of our dependents.
Okay. That's good stuff. I know that they said basically the same thing over there in Noble, what they with Health Choice in there. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to share with you something today, guys, that you've probably never seen before. And I would probably suggest you probably reach out to some of these guys if you want to, and call these people and ask them about freedom claims, not Teal Insurance. They're probably not going to know me from Siglet, so they just want to call about freedom claims. That's the only one to contact or call those and talk to them about them. So I'll run through this real quick, and because I worked for a company called the Lubrication Engineers in Wichita for over 30 years. So I'm not a big insurance guy. You know, when the word insurance comes around, your eyes roll back in your head, you know, and I've seen a lot of insurance companies come in there and present to us. I was the VP of operations there, and it wasn't COVID that got me. They made some changes above me here back in November of 19, guys, and I was about 4 or 5 other guys who got ousted. And I thought I'd retire there. It didn't happen. And so I thought, what am I going to do? So the guy that came and he's my personal financial advisor was Daley Jensen. He'd been my wife and I's for like 17, 18 years. He's about 10 years younger than me. Got the same barber I got. And he said, why don't you come work with me? And he'd known me for a long time. He's an old farm kid from Opie, Kansas, which is just right south of Emporia, Kansas. And about a year, I kind of bounced around, didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I didn't want to go to into management. So I decided to, he came about a year later, and I said, let's do it. So here I am, guys. This is where I'm at. I don't know all the answers, but if you have questions, if I don't know it, I can get it for you, okay? So let's start down this real quick on this colorful pages in front of you here. This is called the illustration. And to get that illustration, they go out and shop for you, and they'll go out and do a comparison page. You don't have this in front of you, okay? This is just the one I have here. So this is a comparison page that you're going to get that ends up on here. And you know, we'll look at what you guys have today. We'll look at Health Choice and say, here's what your deductible is and everything, and we'll quote it apples to apples. But we're going to look at a high deductible plan. And you guys don't, when I say that, don't think, that's high deductible on me. I don't want to do that. I'm not talking about the individual. I'm talking about the county, okay? And I'll show you how that works.
The group,
What's that?
with the group.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, so we would take let's say a Blue Cross Blue Shield or United Healthcare or Aetna or Allstate, whatever it is, but we're going to take a Blue Cross Blue Shield and we're going to share it with you on this particular plan here. So I'm going to work through this right here with you right now. And mine is exactly the same as yours. So we're going to start here at the bottom, guys, and that's where the it says start here in the red. So if I talk too fast, just stop me, okay? I want you to just, you know, it's kind of hard to understand if I go too fast here. So in the blue area, that is the employee, okay? So just the blue area, that is the employee. And this is just an example. This is not set in stone. This is not your numbers. This is a county in Kansas. Don't know which one, but I know that it's a sample from one of the counties. So the blue area, the employee deductible, and there says $1,500. And up above that, and 50% employee cost share max is $2,250. So in this particular plan, this particular group, and by using their numbers, their total out of pocket for that employee was $3,750. That $2,250 plus the $1,500. Everybody with me? Okay. Above that, the tan or orangey looking area says $2,250. That was in this particular sample. That's what the county would have to come up with if it ever got into that area. So after the first $3,750, then the county would start eating into that $2,250. Okay. Up above there in the black stripe across there, it says $6,000 and $12,000. That's the umbrella policy. That's the high deductible plan that we went out and Freedom Claims researched and brought in and said, okay, $6,000 for an individual, $12,000 for a family in the black area. So in the blue and the tan area, once that totals between the employee and the county to $6,000 individual, and after that, it's 100% on the umbrella policy. So if it's, you guys decide it's Blue Cross Blue Shield or Aetna or whoever, that after $6,000 individual, it's 100% on the umbrella policy. On the families, after $12,000, it's 100% on the umbrella policy, okay? So if you tell me, you say, well, what happens if I have a $50,000 deal? Remember, after $6,000, it's on the umbrella policy, okay? So, and you, this blue area, if you guys really like your deductibles right now, where you're at, and you're, say it's $1,000 or $500 or what your total out of pocket is, we can match that, okay? And match with what you got. But remember, whatever this area here has an impact with the area for the county, okay? Any questions on that so far?
But that 6,000, that's out of pocket by the individual.
No, that's a, between the blue
County
area,
and
yeah,
then-
the blue area is the employee, and the tan area is the county. So it's the total between those two that'll, the 6,000, okay? So at the top there, it says employees and right here, employees and members, okay? So there's 73 employees in this particular group, and with all the individuals and their families and stuff like that, there's 160 total members, okay? So if I didn't come in here, guys, and you guys we're going to renew with what you already have planned for this year. Just say, all right, if I didn't walk in here, anybody else gave me any options, you guys have already got money budgeted, you've already probably planned for an amount that might increase or whatever for your health insurance. So your renewal, you guys just decide we're just going to go with our renewal, okay? So the renewal is what you guys have already decided actually to go with, okay? So if I didn't come in here, just for example, you guys are going to go ahead, and this is not your numbers, but I'm just going to say we're going to pretend this is you guys. You're going to go ahead and just go ahead and spend your $87,000 that you've been spending every month, okay? So, but we're going to change it, okay? So we're going to go out and get a high deductible plan that the county will purchase, but we're going to purchase and fund it with your renewal, okay? So you're going to fund that, and that $67,000 here is the high deductible plan, like say for Blue Cross Blue Shield. So the difference between that 87 and that 67,000 there, we're going to take that and put it in your bank, or a bank at Freedom at Great Bend and Freedom Claims. You're going to bank that money. Because here's what happens, guys, is that and you guys decide where you want to bank the money. So here's what happens in really insurance, okay? Most times you say you get a policy, and you say you're paying $30,000 a month on a premium. Okay, so you're sending $30,000 to Health Choice or whoever it is, whoever it could be, and then that particular month you have $10,000 in claims. So you send it there, they pay the $10,000 claims out of there, and then what happens to the other $20,000 that you give them? That's right, they keep it. Okay. Now there's other ways you can construct it or construct that, but most of the times they keep that money. Okay, so instead of giving them that money, we're going to put it in the bank. Okay, and we're going to build reserves up. Okay, and you can put it in your bank, like I said, or you can put it at Great Bend, Freedom Claims. You guys figure that out in the trenches. You know, work that out with Freedom Claims. But so we're going to keep that money instead of, we call that throwaway money. Instead of just giving it to your insurance company, you keep it. Okay, and insurance companies don't really want to go this route. They're not going to present this what I'm showing you, okay? Because they want to do it the old-fashioned way. They make more money off what they're doing, okay? That's the insurance companies, and that's how they do business. So we're going to put it in the bank, and we're going to build a reserve, and that's where we're going to pay your claims is out of that reserve, okay? So I'm going to talk about part 2, 3, and part 1, 2, 3 down here, and I'm going to explain this. So I'll bounce between here and here and kind of explain that to you real quick. So just, am I going too fast for you? It's a lot, I know. So number 2 here says MERP. So the MERP is a medical expense reimbursement program or policy. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, it's a medical expense reimbursement program basically. The TPA right beside it is a third-party administrator. That third-party administrator who Freedom Claims is. Freedom Claims is a third-party administrator. So they're actually doing all the stuff here behind the scenes there in the billing and all that kind of stuff. So part 2 says down here at the bottom, it says administration of the underlying tier 1 plan performed by the TPA. They're going to, on this particular plan, $47 per employee per month is the administrative fee. So that's a fee, okay? And that's 47 times the 73, not times the 160. So there's 73 employees, so there's $47. And that number can change. That's not saying you guys are 47, it's just this particular plan. So that's each month. And then this claims fund says Part 3, and they show over here it's $17,000 some dollars, okay? That's how much is getting put in the reserves every month. Okay, instead of sending it to the insurance company, you're taking almost $17,100 and putting it in your reserves every month. That's coming out of here. You're funding it with your renewal. So whatever that, there's a lot of it that you're saving by buying that high deductible plan. So you're gonna take that money and put that in reserves, and that's what's gonna be dumped in you guys' bank account to pay claims out of it. Okay. So, and then there's the MERP management fee. And that's explained down here. The management fee is a percent savings. Okay, so that's money you didn't have before. Okay, you gave it away to the insurance company. So you're going to take that, and she's going to charge you a percent savings. So whatever's in each month bucket, not adding anything in the forward. Like if you had January, February, March, we don't go back those months. Just like say the month of April. Okay, whatever you have after claims are paid, we'll take a percent savings, and that can be 10%, 15%, whatever they put together the plan for you. Okay. So there's the percent savings. So you've got administrative fee and a percent savings of money you didn't have before. And then there's the one-time fee that they're going to charge just to do the enrollment, the cards, and all the packets and all that kind of stuff. And that $2,000, not saying that's what you're going to spend. Okay, that's just an example of what this particular county is going to spend. So, so basically you're funding it with your renewal that you've already got budgeted and you've already approved your budget, the money for your insurance, and you're going to, instead of sending all that money to the insurance company, you're going to pay for a high deductible plan that's going to be cheaper. And that money that's the difference of that, a lot of that's going to be going into your reserves, and you're going to build reserves. So that's what page 2 is showing. We'll go to page 3. You guys are pretty quiet. You okay with that?
That money that you're putting in there, can that be